hosting this series close to 4 years. And we're very lucky and fortunate that Unilever Japan decided to host this session today. And we did at Unilever last year as well, and it was very well received. So we decided, and they decided to invite us back here. And since right now we are talking about future of jobs, you know, is the AI going to take over a job, or is there a new way of working? And because it's getting to be 24/7, and if we continue working 24/7, I think all of us are going to be burned out. So we really need to design a new work style. And I think that's being the topic, not only in Japan, but also throughout the world. I happen to be a member of the Global Future Council of the World Economic Forum, and that is what we have been discussing these days. And so I think it's going to be a very good, interesting and heated topic. And Unilever Japan has done a lot of things in the area of new work style. I mean, they have done a lot for the sustainability and other things. But today, we would really like to focus on this new work style. And it's a great pleasure for me to introduce and to invite Ms. Yuka Shimada, who is in charge of this new work style. But before then, I think we need a little bit of word of caution, just in case something happens.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Unilever. My name is Seike Ito. I'm head of communication at Unilever. And I'm very much pleased to have a second round of Davos experience in Tokyo at our office. And we are discussing about new way of working today. And after the session, we prepared some time for networking. And we will obviously provide some pizza and also some drinks. So please enjoy your Friday night. And before moving to the topic, just want to make some safety announcement. In case of disaster such as earthquake or a fire, please follow the announcement from the management of this building. And on this floor, there is 2 stairs. One is located on the right-hand side, and the other one is located opposite side of elevator hall. So just remember these locations. And now I'd like to hand over to Kitajima-san, who is a representative director of Unilever Japan, to say a few words for welcome.
Thank you, Seiki. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to this Unilever Japan. And we are very honored to have the second session of this Davos Experience in Tokyo in Unilever Japan. And today's subject is our new way of working style, WAA. And later also the Yuka will explain the details. But I just would only touch upon the one thing. We implemented this new way of working from 1st July this year. The purpose of the implementation is not only for the employees' benefit, but it is for some key drivers, enablers of our sustainable goals by using this kind of new way of working. Okay. And so I hope you will enjoy the presentation and discussions, good discussions, and also the Liptons. And later also please enjoy the pizza and beer. Okay, it's quite fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Seike-san and Kitajima-san. And now I would like to ask Yuka-san to give us a presentation of this WAA.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Are you okay? Still have the energy? Okay, good. Welcome and thank you very much for coming to our office tonight. And I'm very pleased to be here again. Everyone said we are so much enjoying working together with Eshikura Sensei all the time. And at this time, I would like to present the new work style and a new work mindset we have implemented from this July. I only have 20 minutes. That's unfortunate for me, because I can keep talking. So please stop if 20 minutes is over, okay? So that I will try to speak quickly, and then so that you will get what is the new ways working, and also what kind of benefit we already received.
Can I just interrupt? I forgot to ask one thing, and that is, if you can choose work from anywhere at any time, how many of you would choose that kind of job? Okay, how many would not? Oh, okay, let's ask these three.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, I mean, work anywhere, anytime comes with different kind of conditions, right? So if it can be literally anywhere, anytime, it can literally be anywhere, anytime, which means, as you said, could be 24/7, and I'm not a fan of that. So in a sense, if we strictly restricted to the working hours and stick to it, that actually can be a better balance. You will also have an understanding of when you will be away and when you will not be called for work. But when we work with this WAA style, you may not have it. In other sense, depending on the priority you put it, the work could be the center of your life, and some people may not want it that way.
Good. Let's ask him.
Well, I don't think I was the one of the three. I go to my office getting myself ready to work, but not in my house. I want to relax at my house, so I don't feel like working there, and I can't concentrate. That's why.
Okay, good. Thank you. So, please. Sorry, I took
No, it's a very interesting question. Thank you very much for raising that up in front of the presentation, because that also reminds me of the importance of diversity. And also, I'd like to add one more thing before starting in terms of the time. Here, we set the flex hours from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So between this time, you can work anywhere, anytime. That is the policy. So it doesn't necessarily mean we want you to work late at night or early in the morning, okay? So that is very important for us as well. And the second one that the gentleman said about the place, work from anywhere. Anywhere means really anywhere. So you can work in an office, of course. But interestingly, people here, the employees' first reaction was, oh my God, if everyone don't come to office, how to communicate each other face to face? Oh my God. But my reaction was, oh my God, people will take it a little bit wrongly. We provide the options of the place to work. You can still work in office, of course. On top of the office, it's okay to work from home and also other places like cafe or library or whatever. Okay, so that is the baseline of this WA policy. Okay, so from July 1st, we start a new ways of working. That composed of the two things, WA. So please remember this name, WA. Okay, not WAA, it's WA. Work from anywhere, anytime. And WA has a meaning. Those who are Japanese, you understand. When we say WA, has always some good surprise, a positive surprise. Yes, it is. This brings a positive surprise. Easy to say, easy to remember, and it brings super good surprise. And at the same time, we also implement the new guideline asking employees to make your overtime maximum 45 hours. Okay? So these two things we started from July 1st. Why we do this? Because we want to make Unilever stronger and a more better place to work. So that is the only objective. So in order for us to do so, what we did was offer options to maximize employees to unleash the potential by having some space and freedom. So that is the objective. What we did is actually to eliminate restrictions of working place and time. The reason why we give the time limit of overtime is not because reduce the overtime or overtime allowance. We want employees to have some conscious mind how long they work. Once they shift the mindset toward the specific hours, it's human being. They try to fit their ways of working. So that's why. Also, another reaction from employees when we implement this one, Unilever becomes a black company, black giggle. Because people also took it wrongly that company says, we will never pay overtime allowance over 45 hours. I was shocked because we didn't mention anything about that. Of course we pay, of course. But just want employees to really take care of themselves and then think about how long it takes for you to complete your job. That mindset change will bring a lot of benefit. So I will also introduce some results of that 3-month experiment. Okay? Important thing I like to start with is this is not the initiative that I started. This is the initiative that management did as an entire one company. So our CEO, of course, supports and the lead. Not only myself, but all the board members, including myself, there are 8, are so much committed to this. So that is one of the key things that's the success of this WA. This is the vision we communicated consistently with employees. The objective and vision of doing this WA is we want employees to work with greater vigor for a healthy and productive life as you pursue your own life or your own lifestyle. We are not living to work. We are not living for work. Okay? We are living for our life. So work is one of the important factors for us to live. This is very important thinking that management at Unilever Japan has. Not only for the vision statement, we also created this drawings or image, I should say. This is representing our wish and mindset of this WA. Bicycle of inspiration, we name it. So this is bicycle that employees is supposed to drive, supposed to ride. There are 2 wheels. One wheel is work style, and the other wheel is work mindset. Both are important for employees to ride this bicycle. And a bicycle is the tool that employees need to drive. This is not automatic. We need employees to drive their own, ride. So that's why we picked up the bicycle. The direction you can, decide, but we move forward for growth of company and growth of the people. By doing that, you can receive lots of benefits such as engagement, fulfillment, happiness, enthusiasm. So that is really the vision. Another key thing I want you to remember is we started from vision to implement this system, not from the issues. It is typical that we tend to start from the issues and try to fix it, try to change it. But I know going forward for the future life, we should be much more live in the future or live in the vision, what kind of world we want to have. So this is one of the key things I would like to mention. Okay? As you may know already, the reaction from the market was massive. It actually more than we expected. And a good thing is that our employees also were very happy to know this. Before the implementation we communicated, of course there are a lot of fear, a lot of excitement, but a lot of unhappy feeling, unconsciousness. But after they realized, in Japan market, Unilever Japan is now received as one of the good company. That actually boosts up the engagement of employees. So that is another good thing for me and for the company. Okay. In terms of the workplace, not only office and home. First, we also prepare a third place. Okay. If you cannot go office, but if you cannot work at home, you can use this place. So this is presented by Itoki, the furniture company, Japanese furniture company. And then that has the innovation center in Kyobashi Station, closer to Tokyo Station. And then we buy the contract because they also love our idea. And Itoki is also a great company. They have already focused on kenko keiei, health management, healthy management for more than 4 years, which is good. They have a lot of data. So we have some, collaboration, and then started with this new system. So employee has the opportunity and choices where to work. Okay. And what I'd like to show you from here is the response from employees. We took survey from employees 1 month after of the implementation and 3 months after the implementation. This morning I got the latest data from the second survey that is after 3 months. So some data, sorry, is still Japanese, but don't worry, this is the test of the, creating the product. So, not disaster. Not disaster, okay? So, this is the exact verbatim that I picked up from the survey. This is what employees said in the survey 1 month after. So the timing is mid-August, okay? And you can see lots of positive things, but I would like to highlight the first one. I am more motivated when I know I can do what, because I feel myself that I choose to work proactively. So this is the translation, so I don't know whether the nuance will be surely conveyed to you, but in Japanese, if I would say, 自分で選択しているっていうことがモチベーションを高めている. So something like that. So the point I'd like to highlight here is, you decide what to do. Decision is in my hands. That is very important. Privately, I do the NLP coaching, neuro-linguistic program coaching. So this is really linked to the neuroscience. So neuroscience-wise, fact that I decide something really remains in the brain. And then, with that situation, something good happens, will give the people much more the fulfillment, okay? So we are providing the opportunity and environment that employee can choose more on their own, okay? So I really like to explain everything, but only 20 minutes, so sorry. Okay, so this is just in get the Japanese, right? ワーをしてもいいなと思うと、自分で働くことを選択している気がして、働くことへのモチベーションが上がった。This is exactly what we really wanted the employee to feel. Okay? Alright, so sorry, only Japanese because this is a fresh data from the 3 months after. Okay? This is a summary overall. Okay? Overtime reduced, which is one good news. Compared to the before the implementation, which means the June data, overtime was minus 14%. Okay, this is except factory because why cannot be working in a factory as you can imagine. If I include the factory, the percentage is much more. Minus 17 is the latest data, but I just focus on except the factory. Okay. We also every month track how many people are working over 80 hours overtime. Okay, it's too long, of course. And then almost every month we have several people, like 3 to 5, 7 people are over 80 hours, which is not right. And every month we follow up, okay? But after that, in July, 0, which is super. August, unfortunately, 1. We are now calculating the September data, okay? And also the reaction from employees and then market is very positive. And then now, also this morning when I checked, it's 144 people already respond to the second survey, still on. So next week, a little bit more people. But I just checked before coming here, it's now 151. So still the number is going up. But you can see the participation ratio also increased. And also like you today, we are now conducting the session for the external people to explain about WA, because tons of contact since the press release is shared. And then now I calculated and checked that 145 companies and then 269 people joined for the session. With these people, we formed Team WA, asking them to whether they are interested in joining the Team WA. Team WA for them to support, for us to support them and for them to get some more idea how they can also implement the WA in their companies. Because I really would like all companies in Japan do WA. This will surely help elimination of the rush hour, car, the tsukin rashu. I really eliminate that meaningful, opposite, meaningless, most meaningless thing I found is the tsukin rashu. Just to consume the energy and I feel really bad and naughty. And then after, arriving in the company, people are almost, exhausted, which doesn't help anything in anyone, right? Anyway, so those kind of things we have done, okay? Why this kind of flexible work style, agile, is necessary? This is our basic idea, because it's diversity. Everyone has different lifestyle, different background, different things that they need to do every day. And then everyone has a different energy strategy, how to use energy, how to maximize energy. So we really rely on them to use his own energy on their own, diversity, and also employees' well-being, healthy physically and mentally. This also goes to engagement. Employee engagement also goes up. And then that links to, finally, productivity. Okay? This is the also other results from the survey. I tried to carry 1 month after results and 3 months after results, okay? And then this is a summary. The first one is the percentage of people who used the WA at least one time since implementation. Now, almost 90 people did WA, which is good. I intentionally asked one question as the first question to employees. Do you find positive changes in your day-to-day life after WA implemented? This is the first question I asked. And now almost 70% said yes. People say there is a positive changes in their own life, day-to-day life, which is super. Don't you think so? When I looked at this, I was very amazed and happy. And the rest, 30% of people, 20% says, I don't know, not sure. And 10% says, no. So I digged in the verbatim and comments for those who said, I don't know, or no. But 99% of the comment says, I haven't done WA, okay? Or there is no specific changes, so that's why I chose no, or I don't know. I didn't find any negative comments, so that's the fact, okay? How often people use WA? which is 1 or 2 times per 2 weeks is the most people chose. 40% said so. And the second best was monthly, 1 or 2 times. And then weekly, 1 or 2 times. 40%, 27%, and 24% was the percentage. Okay?
What does it mean to use WAC? Does it mean that they work from a different place, or that they kept the hours like to their own schedule?
It's a different place.
Okay.
Okay? No, I think different place and also, utilize their time. Okay, so thanks very much for clarifying that. Between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m., employee can do anything. Only 1 hour work or 10 minutes work is fine. And the rest of the day, they can do anything you want. But we ask them, surely claim the work hour. Okay, am I answering the question? Okay. Right, in terms of productivity, the good news is that overall, on average, 26% plus with productivity. This comes from the latest survey. And amongst the people, 66% said productivity goes up. And then only 9% says down. Okay? What I'm going to do onwards is to really dig in why the 9% people say or feel the productivity goes down. Okay? In terms of the work hour, 28% says get shorter. Almost 70% says no change. And only 3.5% said it gets longer, which is also good. This morning I had a speech with the K. Dunlin and then explained this one. And then one of the top question was, there is the fear or wonder if WAA implemented, the workload or workload goes up and the work hour goes longer. But actual data says totally opposite. Okay? There is the strong request from the employees based on the survey that what is the improvement points or what is the request they have for better WAA or better ways of working. The top one, the best one request was, I want to have more shared office. Okay, so that is the 60% of people said so. That is the best number one request. Then, from September, we started to contract with new work, which is presented by Tokyo Dentetsu, Tokyo Railway. And now 5 places, Jiyogaoka, Tamaplaza, Kichijoji, Yokohama, and Fukuoka, Tamagawa. Unilever employee can use it anytime. Okay? By the way, at this moment, the employee was so happy with this. And then this is, sorry, only Japanese. But this is the comment from the 3-month after survey. Okay? You can see a little bit difference between the first survey verbatim and then this one. Because, for example, this one says, rush hour or commutation can be manageable and then get shorter because they can choose the time to take a train. So surprised how much space or how much relaxed feeling that I have with my body and with my mind. So this is the voice. Another one is because I can utilize the time more, utilize the time more, my motivation goes up. So something like that. Okay? So all the things tells, why not? Okay? And another request from the second survey, 3 months afterwards, more shared office, please. And it's unfair that only west side. Okay. So we had a new contract, and then now new place, so rather east side. Okay. Now I started to see the new voices saying, guess what? More in north. Okay. Anyway, so I don't know what to do going forward, but at least up until toward the end of the year, we will definitely check and track providing this kind of opportunity will surely give the good thing or not. So we really need the true voices from employees. That would help the management decision where to invest. That is very important. Okay? So finally, this is the issues or things that we should tackle going forward, keep going. Because one of the questions says, do you have any troubles, issues, difficulties when you do WA? And then still almost 60% say, yes, I have some issues or difficulties. What kind of difficulties, issues? Okay, and then these are the top 5. Still, they say, the places of the shared office is not close to my home, and the place created in Omiya and the Ikebukuro, Shinjuku, whatever, right? So their voices are huge, okay? But it also represents how much, it actually helps for employees to feel more, relaxed and also feel more motivated, which is a good sign. Second big one is IT related. I won't have the company phone. I need a portable Wi-Fi. Outside office there is no printer. Then I needed to come to the office, or share the driver, or the access outside gets speed gets slower, so it's not convenient. Or Skype for Business, the quality of sound is not good. Keep going. Okay, so this one we are of course tackling which one we can improve more, and what is really the critical things. Other points, so these two are the major things, almost like 80% comes these two issues. Rest, what I found, maybe I can really need to work on more is, for those who don't do WA on the day, sometimes they feel difficult to capture the schedule of people who are doing WA. Okay, but we already set a guideline. When you do WA, please make sure you tell that to line managers, and also keep it on your Outlook. And then Skype on Business always on. Okay, so that then people can feel much easier to access or reach out. The last one is the line manager or management work level 2+, which means the manager above. It seems that the more non-manager utilize WA at this moment. So someone says that my manager don't do the WA, so it feels a little bit guilty. I do WA. So that is not what we really want to do. So we will change differently. And then other thing is that some process will be required when the employee needs to work after 9 p.m. or before 6 a.m. So this is a must. The approval from board members, including me and then Kitajima-san, other 6 members is necessary when employee needs to do work outside 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. The voices says it's really, tema. How to say tema? So I don't know. Yeah, or some, troublesome, and it takes some process and time. So we will work on it, how to make it a simpler process. Okay? Right. So those are the things that I want to present. So it's already, 20 minutes, right? So Ishika Sensei, is it enough? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's take some questions if you have any. Go ahead. What?
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, what motivated Unilever to...
Can you use the mic?
Oh, yeah. So I'm just wondering what motivated Unilever, to adopt such a policy. Was there a lot of, employee demand for this type of thing, or was it just a new idea that somebody came up with and decided to implement?
Latter one.
Okay.
So our idea, my CEO's idea, the board idea. Okay, so again, as I said, it comes from our vision. What kind of company we would like to be, what kind of environment we would like to create, what kind of, what we want our employees to be. Am I answering?
Yeah,
to you?
great, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
How long does it take implement this policy?
Very much. And this is actually the milestone. Okay. Yes, 何も示し合わせませんから。Okay, almost 2 years ago, we first announced that we will do WA to employees. So November 14th. And right after that, we conducted a pilot with almost 100 people. We selected 100 different people based on the different family size, different place to live, different functions, different ages, etc., etc. And then finally, 87 people joined the pilot. After the pilot, we did the survey, cost survey, and 85% said that tried WA at least one time. And then 94% said very positive about WA, and they agreed to expand it as an entire company. So that's why management decided, okay, let's go with it. Since then, we dig in the risks and concerns. Altogether, 8 concerns we dig in. 4 main concerns comes from the survey. 4 main concerns comes from legal and HR perspective. Self-discipline, line manager capability, this is one of the big things. And then communication, as I said, if there is a less time, opportunity for face-to-face, what's going to happen? Fairness. There should be some functions that cannot use the WA, which is unfair. And IT network. From HR side, we needed to consider this new policy will impact other policies we are already having. Okay? And also alignment with current ways of working, which means maybe you cannot see here. We have some rules already that, let's go home after 6:30 on Wednesdays. Okay? And then please do not work after 9 p.m., etc., etc. So those kind of winning together mindset manifest, those kind of ways of working will fit with this new policy, because we needed to think about it in order not to make employee confused. Okay, so consistent message, clear message is one of the key. Midnight work, holiday work, and also potential legal risk, which means that how to make line manager be responsible with the remote work. So those kind of things we really digged in, okay? And then that also takes some time. So that's why we decided, first, up front, we planned to implement it last year. But we did it, we took it a little bit longer because we would like to be ready for it, okay? But between that, last year, we expand the work from home policy and then try to create a little bit better work environment for employees. And then this year, go live. So this is the milestone. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think we can go on and on, but we'll take just one more, and then we'll get into the breakout. And because we have to get out of here at 10 o'clock. And that's a strict rule this time.
I was wondering, as the employees grow more fond of WA, they keep demanding more workspaces and more benefits. How do you handle all the costs that grow with the popularity?
Thank you very much. At this moment, we don't increase any costs at this moment. I'm told not to say this openly, so please close your ear. But basically at this moment, those business, the companies are now supporting us to do the trial. I negotiated, of course, we negotiated. But basically, the more important thing is that they also agree with our vision. They also agree with our intention to change Japan from Unilever Japan, and then we want to expand it to other companies, so that let's go together. And then this is one of the big things that we agreed before implementation, no cost addition this year. But after all the research and survey, we will decide where to invest from next year. Okay?
Okay, now it's time for you to work. And what I would like to do today is as follows. We would like to split the issue of work from anywhere, anytime, kind of new work style. What's the benefit? What's the disadvantage for the organizations? What's the benefit? What's the disadvantage for the individuals? So this half, I would like 6 of you to form the group, the discussion breakout session, breakout groups, and discuss the implications for the organizations. And this half, implications for the individual. And we'll take about half an hour or so, and we will have some papers so that you can write. And you can just kind of turn around because it's we don't want to spend too much time moving around and discuss. And probably it's a good idea to mix. If everybody from KMD is together, that's no fun. So try to mix it with either some of the Japanese participants.